Okay, guys, I'm about to show you how to complete activity 2, the traffic light in Tinkercad. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your assignment has been renamed traffic light. And once you do that, you're ready to start with your build. The first thing you want to do is grab your components. During this activity, you're going to need a breadboard. You're going to need an Arduino. And then you will need 3 LEDs, okay? So let's get our 3 LEDs, and we're just going to place them in a row. Here, here, and here. Okay, now the LEDs are supposed to mimic a traffic light. So we're going to have to change 2 of these colors and give them a label. So this would be LED 1, and we're going to let that one stay red to represent the red light. We're going to change this to LED 2, and we're going to change the color to yellow. And this would be LED 3. I'm going to change the color to green. Okay. Now we have to connect our LEDs to the Arduino. In this case, we're going to use pin 2, pin 6, and pin 10. 2 is going to connect to the green on the anode side. 6 is going to connect to yellow on the anode side. And 10 is going to connect to red on the anode side. And we're also going to change the colors of the wire to match the LED. So we're going to change that to yellow. And we're going to do 10 to red. And we're going to change the color to red. Okay. So here's our 3 LEDs connected to pin 2, pin 6, and pin 10. Now we have to bring down the negative electricity to the power rail. And we're going to line it up with the anode, the cathode, and we're going to bring it down to our power rail, change the color to black, and we're going to do it for each one. Okay, change it to black, and the same thing for green. We're going to change it to black. And now that we have our negative power rail connected, we also have to ground it. So we're going to draw a wire from here to a ground pin, and it doesn't matter which ground pin you connect it to. It can be here, or it can be one of these at the bottom, okay? So we're just going to connect it here because it's closer. And we're also going to change the color to black, okay? So now you have your complete build. And our next step is to work on the code, okay? And just like with the previous assignment, we're going to switch to code mode, and we're not going to use the block form. We're going to use text, okay? So let's go to code. Let's change it from blocks to text. Going to click continue, and we're going to start with our code. Now, one of the first things that we're going to have to do, we're going to have to go ahead and set up our pins. In this case, we use 2, 6, and 10. So we're going to identify. Now, anytime you write a code in text, it's always going to have 13. And that's simply because 13 is the default. But in this case, we use 10, we use 6, and we use 2. 10 is to the red, 6 is to the yellow, and green is to the 2. Okay, so we're going to start in the order we want the lights to operate. So let's start with the red. We're going to do pin mode 10. Okay, so pin mode 10 output, close parentheses, semicolon. We're going to press enter. We're going to click pin mode. It should be in all lowercase. Pin mode, PIN, capital MOD, open parentheses, 6, comma, output should be all uppercase, close parentheses, and semicolon. Then you have pin mode, capital MODE. And you got to remember this code is very sensitive. So you have to use correct cases when you're typing your code. you got to use your make sure that your if you open the parentheses, you have to close, and you also add your semicolon. So as of right now, those are our three pens. So we got pen 10 for red, pen 6 for yellow, and pen 2 for green. Okay. So now we have to get here and we have to write our code for the Arduino. And it has to match the sequence of the traffic light. The traffic light goes like this. It goes red light on for 10 seconds, yellow light on for 1 second, red light off, yellow light off. Then it goes green light on for 10 seconds, green light off, yellow light on for 2 seconds, and yellow light off. And we're doing a loop, and when you do loop, it means that it will continually cycle through. So it will continually cycle until we tell it to stop. So in this case, we got to press stop simulation. Okay, so here's our loop, and our code has to be written in between. The code has to go in between these two brackets, the open bracket and the close bracket. That's where we write our code. Okay. So we're going to start with the red light, and I want you guys to see how the code looks. In this case, you're gonna have to do the code in the order in which it was given in regard to the stoplight. It's on your activity worksheet. I do recommend that you guys either can write it down and do it that way, or if you can, have the sequence mapped out in your mind, that is fine as well. So when we're gonna do the sequence, and we're gonna start by turning the red LED on. The digital right high turns it on. Digital right low turns it off. And the delay just tell you how much time. 1,000 millisecond equals to 1 second. So if we say 1,000 millisecond, it's the equivalent of 1 second. If it says 3,000 milliseconds, that's 3 seconds. If it says 10,000, that is 10 seconds. Okay. So I'm going to show you the code for the loop. Okay. So look at line number 10. Line number 10 says to digital right 10 high. So that means to turn pin 10 on. And it said delay 10,000 millisecond. Turn on pin 10 on, which is a red LED, for 10 seconds. Then go down to line 12. It said digital right high. No, this pin 6. It means to turn the yellow light on. And it said for 1,000 millisecond. That means for 1 second. It said digital right 10 low. That means to turn the red LED off. And it said digital right 6 low. That means to turn the yellow off. Line number 16 say digital right 3 high delay 10,000 second. That means to turn the green LED on for 10,000 seconds. Then it says digital right 3 low. It should be 2. I'm sorry. And then it should say 2 as well. So digital right 2 low, that means turn the green off. Then it says digital right 6 high, delay for 2,000 milliseconds. So that means to turn the yellow on for 2 seconds. And I also want to turn it off, so I'm going to hit enter one time. I'm going to put digital, all lowercase, I'm sorry, digital right. The W has to be capitalized. Open parentheses 6. Comma, space, And I'm going to write low because I want to turn it off. High turns it on, low turns it off, okay? So we're going to cross our fingers and we're going to see if the code is going to work, okay? So it's saying that I have an error on line 23, okay? So it said it was line 23. I don't have a line 23. Digital is spelled wrong. And it happens. These things are very case sensitive, and you have to have it right. So let's try it again. And there you have it.